welcome to another episode of Experts Eating Cake. I'm your host, Michelle Thomas from the Happy Business Club, and I have got an absolute corker of a guest today. This lady, she's bloody mental, right? She is an expert at using holistic therapy and energy healing to banish self-doubt and embrace self-love. She's a Reiki healer, she's a spiritual guide, she's a kick-ass owner of a jewellery and accessories brand. It's called Jonah and Lily. I think I'll ask her in a minute. Let's get her on. It's Catherine Cox. Hello, darling.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm really good. How are you?
I'm fabulous. I know you're just coming out of a big weekend, aren't you? Because you had a whole massive experience in terms of holistic journey, and you were also on the, you were on the catwalk this week. You were selling your stuff, you were selling your gear, you were one of the sponsors. But we were at the Inclusive Fashion Show with Debbie-Lyn. And that was an absolute corker of a day, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, it was amazing, wasn't it? It really was an amazing day. And first time I've showcased like that. So it was very different because I'm used to being with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed that. I did miss that bit, but it wasn't for me this time. It was too tight. But yeah, it was good to do it that way.
But it's not the last event. We will be working on all this modelling stuff again. It's just
yes, we've
fun,
got
isn't it?
Some fabulous things planned for this year, haven't we?
Yes, we have. And today we'll be eating cake because I always invite all my guests to eat cake, because you're not allowed to be on here if you don't at least like a little bit of cake. So have you got your cake ready?
I have.
Tell us what you have.
I have got vegan banana bread.
Well, let's have a proper look at it.
Can you see? Hang on. There we go.
Is that homemade or did you buy that?
It's homemade.
Who made it?
My daughter made it for me last night.
Oh, bless her. Right. Well, the proof of the pudding is in the eating, so we've got to do some testing. Okay, you do your testing.
Go on. I love this. I do love it. Smashed it, Mia.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Really gorgeous.
Can you ask her to make some and send it to me as well, please? I do like a bit of banana bread. And I don't care if it's vegan or not. I just cake, I've got this. I've been to the old M&S.
Oh, lovely.
Love at first bite. How nice is that? Right, let's have the big reveal. What could it possibly be? Oh, it's one of my favourites. It's a Bakewell tart.
Oh, I do like Bakewell tart, but you don't like me anymore.
Oh, bless you. Maybe you can get Mia to concoct one that's Catherine friendly. Right, yes. Let's it's a good one. I can smell the butteriness. You can tell a good cake by the buttery smell, and even if you're a vegan, they still have buttery smell. So, right, let's give it a go. It's so good.
Oh, has it got jam in it? Oh, enjoy.
Oh, a bit of custard would have been brilliant. I can almost taste the custard. Like you make it up in your mind.
Yeah, and you can taste it.
Cherry baked.
My dog's trying to rob me banana bread.
Better eat it then. Quick, eat it. I'll have another bite. Marks and Spencer's Bakery, we love you.
It is nice, Marks'. It is really
fabulous.
Nice.
Oh, you can't beat starting your day off by eating cake. I don't care who you are.
I'm being honest, I haven't done this for a very long time.
Need to do it more often. It hits those dopamine receptors like nobody's business. Anyway, talking about cake, I always ask the question, what's your favourite cake? And you put something really weird down. Can you explain it to me? What the hecky pecky is Persian love cake? What is it?
That's what it's called, Persian love cake. And there's only one lady who makes it for me.
What is it though? What's in it? What's it flavours? What is it?
Rose water, pistachios, just all different like types of nuts and things. I don't really know, and it's the most delicate sponge soaked in rose water, and then the top is like icing, but the icing sort of goes into the middle, if you like, and then it's just covered in flowers.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
I mean, it really is, and it was like one of the first cakes. Obviously, I had to become a vegan, so I didn't really eat a lot of cake, and my husband got me a piece of that, and I just fell in love. I found the woman who made it, and when I ordered a whole one now because the whole house eats it.
Is she a local lady?
Yeah, she is. She's a little local business, and she's a vegan baker, so obviously.
Well, you need to give her a shout out. You can't tell us all about.
Oh yeah,
cake and give her...
She's having a little break at the moment,
okay.
But she'll be back soon. But at Tasty Vegan Cake Company, they're on Instagram.
All right. Will you when she comes back and when you go and get your first bit of cake, and I'll send you some cashola, will you get me some cake and send it over to me?
Yeah, of course I will. And the next time we all do a shoot together or a show, I'll bring one to the show. Yeah. And we'll all have some, because it's just lovely, and it makes you feel like it's just full of love. I don't know.
It sounds delicious. It sounds delicious.
It really is.
Else. Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you what, you are a flipping mentalist, you are. I absolutely adore you. We actually met on a modelling shoot last year, and there was this tall, gorgeous, hair-flowing Scouser in the corner of the room, shivering to death, and conversation, because we were hanging around for so long. We just had the best conversations all day long, didn't we? In between getting the photographs done, and we've kind of come a long way since then. And we've been hanging out and meeting up. You've been writing for me and all sorts of stuff. So it's been really lovely to actually find out about your story and see your journey. And it's been a bit of a journey of discovery. It came from a very harrowing place. Can you tell us a bit about your backstory and where you've come from and where you are now?
I'm in a totally different place where I am now. I suppose I'll just be honest, I've always struggled with anxiety, self-doubt, imposter syndrome, and it all stems back to like childhood, really. I had a lot of childhood trauma that I'd never dealt with, because I grew up in the 80s, and it was the time when it's happened now, just get on with it. And we just grow up and just live how we think is right, and you're winging it, really, aren't you? You know. And then it was November 2020, I got diagnosed with cancer, and it was T4 size tumours. So it was like pretty bad, really, wasn't it? You know what I mean? And it was just that time I realised what I'd done with me all my life. I'd literally just worked, and I hadn't really given myself time. I hadn't dealt with things. I'd just suppressed. Before I was diagnosed, we lost 4 family members to cancer. And, you know, we were all grieving and still with this mindset of just like, carry on. And then obviously when you're diagnosed, I was literally put on my back, if you like, for 3 or 4 months with the treatment. Even before the treatment started, I was just not in a good physical state, and I decided to go in. If I was going to get well, I needed to go into myself, and I started with trauma counselling. So I did that all the way through me chemotherapy and radiotherapy. And the more I spoke, the more I realised how much I'd thoughts and behaviours I'd made, coping mechanisms that just never needed to be there. So it sort of that helped, and then I was getting Reiki every day as well. Distance, because it was lockdown.
Yeah.
And I've always believed in Reiki. I'd had Reiki before, but not for a long, long time. And as I say, at this point, the treatment, you're hoping that's going to work, but obviously, you've got a lot more to do to free yourself of what you've carried. And as I'm getting the Reiki every day, I was meditating every day because I was literally just lying there. I had no strength. And the more I was meditating, the more I was going into, I don't really know where it come from. It was like I had this awakening, and I couldn't eat what I'd ate because it made me physically sick. So I was frightened that, what am I going to eat? And it was like it just come from nowhere. Someone sent me a diet sheet of like things, a holistic cleanse, if you like. And I stuck to that rigid because I was so grateful of like, oh, I can eat that. And I sort of really went to just veg and fruit. I felt completely different inside. And then I realised it was my chakras that were out. So where the cancer was, in my head, it was my root chakra, my sacral, and my solar plexus. So the Reiki woman was mainly concentrating on these areas as well as the other three, other four. But the foods I was craving, I believe in eating by your chakras. I eat the colours every day. I could feel them going to the areas where I needed them to do. And, like oranges putting out the fire in your stomach, and just blueberries for clear thoughts. And there was just so much. And I totally believe by this. I read The Secret as well. And I just completely reversed our thoughts.
Yeah.
And anyway, by the time I come through my treatment and everything, I realised that when I was well enough, I needed to give back what I'd received. But it's not as easy as that. You think I'm okay, and, I'm healed. And I went and done my Reiki level 1 and 2. I'd done Reiki level 1, felt amazing, most amazing day. And a week later, I thought I'm going to go and do the level 2. Well, after the level 2, I couldn't speak to anyone for a week.
Wow.
I just literally didn't realise that I want to help people heal, but I've still got stuff here. And I just couldn't put it into words. And my husband said to me, will you just let me know you're okay? And I was like,
well, you're a bit of a chatterbox, really. You can't stop you talking most of the time. So I'm not surprised that your husband was a bit worried about you. You weren't saying very much.
Yeah, I'm okay, but I just don't know the words. I don't know what to do. So I absorbed all of that. And then I realised, right, I want to do my masters now. So I'm going to do my masters this year. But yeah, my thing, and everyone, like you say, oh, you're mental. Well, that's what everyone seems to think of me at the moment.
But you've just got that real fizzy kind of vibe. I mean, a lot of people say the same about me, but it's the vibe of life. It's the vibration that you put yourself in to look like how you feel inside. And I think that is what comes out. And if it looks a little bit mental, then who cares? It looks a little bit mental.
But this is it. What I'm trying to bring I'm really new at setting the holistics up. So I've been doing one-to-one Reikis and offering a full chakra program, which is what I basically followed myself.
Yeah.
And I've written this myself.
Yes.
So that's an intense 7-week treatment program, really. And each week we'll focus on one chakra.
We'll talk a little bit more about that later on, but if you tell us the very basics of, if somebody's watching this and they don't really know about Reiki or they don't know about chakras, and to be honest, I don't know all that much. I know kind of what they are and what it all means and stuff, but I don't know, I haven't been into any depth. Can you give us like the basic pointers, you know, to let us know what to expect with in terms of chakras? What is it?
Well, your chakras, you've got 7. So you've got your crown, your third eye, your throat, your heart, your solar plexus, your sacral, and your root. And if any of them, they should all be in a straight line. We're not all like that every day, are we? So if one is out, each one gives off different feelings, if you like. And the more they're in line, the better you feel. But it takes a long time. I'm still in line of mind to perfection because no one's ever going to do that.
And it changes from day to day. Energy changes from day to day. Things that happen in the world change from day to day. And I think it's not even so much as getting it in line. It's just being the kind of person who knows what to do to come back to that.
Yeah. And then the Reiki is, it's 5 principles of Reiki. And I feel as if you try to live by them, you've got a lot more peace in your heart. Like for instance, just every principle starts with just for today. So just for today, I will not be angry, because anger is a second emotion. So what's underneath the anger? So if you go underneath it and address it, you'll find you're not really angry. Well, you are angry, but underneath it, you're upset. Are you ashamed? Why are you ashamed? Why are you upset? And then you sort of deal with them problems. And then a Reiki treatment, you can come and have an half an hour one. But it's nice to have the hour because you're getting the full treatment, and you don't touch the person. You can if they want you to, but I don't, because not everyone wants to. And you're basically just putting your hands over each chakra. So and my energy is going through to their chakras, and I can feel that now. And you feel the energy coming through you, doing its magic if there's a bit of a blockage there. You know, sometimes you get a lot with women when you do the sacral and solar plexus. They'll get a rush and they'll cry because they're releasing, emotion, what they've stored. The throat, you get people messaging you, I finally had me say, they've been able to put together the words, the calm, because your thoughts become more clear. Mine, for me, was my root.
Yeah.
I constantly have to keep my root because it was my root that was destroyed.
Yeah.
So I work on that, and I suppose the more you get to know you, the more you know where you need to work. Even though I didn't work on myself for a couple of weeks, did I? Last week.
Life is a long game, and if you miss a little bit, it doesn't matter because you can step straight back onto it and carry on. It's not like you completely lost out. It's not like you've lost the game. It's like, just get back on it again.
Yeah, and that's what I did last week. Because I'd had a bit of a dip. I'd other things you get a bit overwhelmed and I'd had a bit of a dip. And I knew I had the retreat coming up and I've waited so long for them. We were right, because I went with the intention of clearing. I cleared every last bit I needed to do. And it was to get, as I say, massively. I can see people living how I've lived, and it hates me. Whereas if I can offer these, you know, it might not be for you, but come and have a go. You know, if you've done therapy, I've done therapy, done counselling before, and you're still in the same situation, you're still in that same mindset, it's obviously not working. So you need to try something else. So what I'm trying to say is, come and try this. It might not be for you, but you might think, oh, you know what, that actually is for me, because I'm getting this from it, or I'm getting that from it, and that's what I'm trying to do. Really.
I think at the end of the day, Catherine, is we all want to feel better when we're feeling rubbish. We all want to feel healthier when we're feeling unwell. We all want to feel more connected, more loving. We want to feel happier, which is some of the stuff that I spend a lot of time talking about. And the way that you do that is going to be different for everybody. But we are energetic beings. And the reason why a lot of people love Reiki so much and want to understand more about the chakras is because it's not difficult to understand, especially when you feel into it. And sometimes it could be just the thing that you need to help you get to where you want to go. Everybody does things differently. I mean, I'm very much a brain kind of person. You know, I love to know about hormones and the way that the brain works and stuff like that. But I do understand quite a lot about energetics and how, you know, your body processes energy, how they process feelings, because we're not one-dimensional beings. There's so much to us that we don't even know about. And sometimes it's just that journey of discovery. And if you can do it in a way that's easy and easy to understand and easy to participate in, I think that's the kind of thing that you're offering. We don't want it to be hard. It's hard enough already. But if you can come out of it feeling better, then why the hell not?
Well, that's even to like go like I did the trauma therapy with it. So some people, I needed the two at the time, whereas now I still check in very day. I'll check in with my therapist, but I have done over the last like couple of years. Very rare I'll check in, because I'll phone him and he'll say, well, what are you doing? And I'll go, oh, I haven't done this. I haven't done that. So I know I learned it's massively on us. And I believe checking in with yourself every day. Why do you feel like that? Have you drank water? Have you rest? Have you give yourself an hour?
It's basic self-care.
Yeah.
Most of us don't do it.
We forget, because we get up and everyone's going to work, or, you know, kids going to school. You'll grab a coffee, get a quick shower, get dressed. I can't do that no more, because I know I'm not at my best. I'm not giving myself my best. So how can I give my family my best?
Yeah.
And that is, I've had people think, oh, you love yourself now. So yeah, I do.
Too bloody right.
I really do.
Yeah.
Because there was a long time that I didn't, or I did, but I put myself on the back burner for everybody else. So yeah, I
what's not to love? What's not to love, Catherine?
Well, we've got to love ourselves, haven't we?
Yeah.
I'm just going to shimmy over to the charger, because I'm scared this is going to go off.
Go on, then you go to the charger. Go on.
I am trying to find where I left it. Here we go.
Right, I'm going to ask you another question. So we understand where you're coming from in terms of your background and how you feel and the kind of things that you want to do to help other people. On your journey, what are some of the misconceptions? What are some of the things that you now know is like, no, people just totally get it wrong? And what is the actual truth of it? So what are the weird things that people believe, and what is the actual truth of it?
Right, what if I've written this bit down so I remember? So people, it's all witchy. It's not real. You can't help yourself like that. You need medicine.
Okay.
I've had things like that, like, and what does it do? Because you're not touching them. And don't get me wrong, there's been times I've had that mindset, you know, and you've just got to prove people, you've just got to keep, oh no, it's not for me, you know.
Where are you?
I mean, I'm trying to plug this in. I've got the wrong charger, honestly, these kids. But yeah, it's like, I've felt over the last 12 months since I've done my own entombment things, I've felt as though people have proper questioned it. Well, how can it be real if you're only just starting to do it now? Well, how silly was I, you know, for not being a believer from the start? Because I don't know. I think really you can't force people to believe. You've just got to let them.
And I think sometimes just having gone through what you've gone through. What are you?
I keep trying to find the charger thing, and these kids charges all over the house.
I told you she was mental.
Like,
come on, you mentalist. We're trying to have a conversation and you're showing me the bloody ceiling.
I can't find the charger. Right.
All right, then we better talk fast then, just in case your battery runs out. So people think that it's not real or it's not witchy, but at the end of the day, you've been through it. You understand what the effects are. You've done it to the point where you have made this a really important, integral part of your life. And to you, it's important. And ultimately, it doesn't matter whether it's important to other people. If people want to come into your world and learn about these things to help themselves, then that's entirely up to them. And yeah, people do think it's witchy or weird or whatever. And, you know, until they're educated and until they experience it, they probably will always think that, won't they?
Yeah, they will.
Yeah.
And I think, I mean, obviously, if there's disease there, you're going to need medical attention as well, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
But if you can put this into that care plan as well, you're giving the person a bigger insight to look after themselves. They're not, you know, you're just giving them something more, and I just learning them to look after themselves from within instead of just one of the doctors.
That's what the holistic thing is. It's the whole being. It's the, you know, the your feelings and your body and your cells and your energy and your connections and everything about you is being not targeted, but being helped and supported by lots of different modalities. And this is just one, like you say, as part of a care package, especially if you're going through what you've been through as well, through the cancer and the treatment and the way that it brings you down as well, and having to bring yourself back up again. You feel very much alone. I think when you've got things like this, it really does help to lift you and bring you back to yourself again.
Yeah, most definitely. I honestly couldn't have coped without Reiki, and that's why, and the whole holistic side of it, and that's I just knew I had to give back what I'd had.
Absolutely.
Receive myself, and it's still a learning journey for yourself, because, as I say, you're constantly learning about yourself. You're healing things you didn't know were there, and you know, I've been quite open about that part of it, because, as I say, you see people around you who are going through the same type of life things, and obviously they must feel the same, and they are coming forward now, you know, like, oh, what is this?
Yeah.
You know, I'll say I'm not perfect. I have wobbles and dips myself, but I'm trying, you know, and I'm using this as a thing to do. And as I'm learning, I'll share it all with you, because I just want to
leading from the front. Right. Okay. Before your battery dies, Well, I want you to, so I kind of want to give you the opportunity to tell people more about your chakras program, the one that you put together for people. It's a holistic wellbeing program that's based around the chakras and energy work that you know about. Can you tell us more about what that looks like, how much it's going to cost, how people can get in touch with you? We'll put links down in the description as well, so that's fine. But I just want you to hear it from you, exactly what kind of thing that it helps with and what people can expect.
Well, as I say, I've done that to myself. So it's basically a 7-week program with a free session at the end of it to like discuss it all. And what it is, it's starting from your root chakra. So what I'll do is you'll have a reiki treatment, but I'll focus on your root chakra, that one chakra each week, and I'll give you a journal. And you write in this journal each week what you've felt has changed around this chakra. I'll give you foods that I think that'll make your chakra feel better. Little exercises to do. I'd say your can't get the word. Your root chakra, you need to ground yourself. So we'll just use that as an example. I'll tell you to go for walks, go and stand by trees, get in the bath, go, ground yourself. See why is this one a bit out of place, and each week we'll go up to each one, and you'll be writing all this and journaling it, and as your time you come back, and I'll be writing it down myself. And when it comes to the end of it, the 8th week, we'll go in and I'll say, right, and how do you feel now? And it's so amazing to see how people have identified, oh, I've been getting wrong here, this is where I've been getting wrong. And you'll find by the 8th week, that's the free one where you come back and discuss, you'll see that you've basically transformed the life. You've realised, I suppose it's a bit like counselling without the talking. If you like,
it sounds,
you're doing it yourself.
I was going to say, Catherine, as you're talking and explaining it to me, I'm getting this real feeling of calm. I feel like it's a very calm and gentle way of actually approaching your life in a very practical way. So it's not just about, the healing and the energy and things like that. It's about what you can actually do for yourself.
Yes.
And be guided by you on a week in little modules, focusing on different things, and it's something that's open to everybody as well. But
yes.
What kind of people would most benefit from this?
Well, I think women, do you know what, I wouldn't say not men, because I know men who actually in this circle who are massive into holistics and they benefit from it. So anyone who's fed up of getting a bit on, people mainly, I suppose, who struggle with stress and things like that, that it's good for them, because you'll get to, like myself, you'll get so far on, you'll think, oh, I'm okay, you'll overload yourself a bit, and then bang, you're back down to square one. It's, so this is learning, you can do all that, but you need to give yourself time, because if you don't, that's going to happen. And I suppose it's for everyone. It is for everyone. People, the chakra program, I would definitely say, is for people who really want to work on themselves and really stop all them habits and coping mechanisms. And you've tried therapy before, or you're going through therapy, but you want something alongside it, because if therapy makes you miserable, I think you need something to uplift you as well while you're doing it. And like, give you a thing as like, well, I am doing something as well as talking about it. I am moving forward because I'm putting these things in place. And it's sort of, it gives you that thing. Even someone who's going through cancer, like I was, I suppose it's good because it's giving you the focus on your well-being. And you want to feed them chakras because you want to be well.
Yeah, so fabulous. So how much does this cost then? Come on, let us know. What's the bargain price you got this on?
Well, it comes, like Reiki sessions are £25 an hour. So the chakra program would have been intense, like 7 weeks, and then you get the free one. It's £150.
Bargain!
But I do put special offers on at times, but I mean, I think that's a good price.
It's a good starting point. I'm sure it won't stay that price forever. I'm sure that once people come a flocking, the price is going to start going up. So it's a good idea to kind of get in touch with Catherine and find out more about her chakra program, about getting your well-being back on course again, doing something very proactive about your health, and doing it in a very lovely, calming, I'm saying this because this is what I'm feeling from you, Catherine, very gentle, lovely, loving, calming way, with a tiny bit of mental thrown. Tiny bit of mental thrown in. One of the things, we haven't talked about this, and I know your battery's not run out yet, but I wanted you to, because we haven't even talked about
I'm going to try and go upstairs and find another charger while I'm on, because it's I know. They've all gone out and left me, and I don't know where the charger is, so I'm trying.
Right. What I want you to tell us a little bit about, in a completely different turn of events. You're an expert holistic healer. You've got this amazing chakra program, but one of the other things that you do is you're a kick-ass jewellery and accessories
I've
brand.
got a charger.
Yeah. Tell us about it. Tell us about what it is that you do with Jonah and Lily.
Right, Jonah and Lily is it's sterling silver jewellery, and it was me, and that was made when I was going through my treatment. I used to sell kids' clothes, and it come into lockdown, and as I say, it just declined. So I was sitting there this one day, and I was like, right, I'm going to sell sterling silver jewellery. And bear in mind, I'm going through chemo and radiotherapy at this time. And everyone thought I was like, oh, here she goes again. Crazy woman. So I started. I have 5 rings and 2 bangles.
And I think her battery has gone, unfortunately. You can find out more about Jonah and Lily from the link below. This woman is bonkers, but she is fabulous. You can't help but smile when you're in her company. Check her out. Find out about her chakra program. It sounds absolutely beautiful and delightful. And I hope to see more from her soon, because we're going to be going on some shows and stuff like that, because we're models, don't you know? Anyway, thank you so much, Catherine, for jumping on with us and letting us know about your amazing expertise around holistic therapy and your beautiful story as well. I don't know if you've seen as well. Can you see today I have the most amazing cake earrings. These are from my friend Becky Parson from Daisy and More. Again, I'll drop the link, because if you like these, you'll like some of the other stuff that she's got. I've got a few more other surprise earrings to show you as well as we go along. Now, one of the things that I absolutely love to do is help and support business owners, which is one of the reasons that we've got this YouTube channel. And another way that I do it is through our magazine. It's a digital magazine that's absolutely free. It's a community building magazine called The Happy Business Express. It's been going for ages. Where have you been if you've not seen it already? If you've not seen it, I'm going to drop the link below. Sign up for free. If you're a small business owner and you have a purpose and a passion, and you want to get to know other business owners who might be able to help you in your journey and inspire you to actually go and do the great things that you know you are meant for, then there's no sales pitches. There's nothing in there that feels icky. It's all about the person behind the business. And you never know, if you love it, you might even write for us as well. We have an issue out every month. It comes out, I think, the last Monday of the month, something like that. So check it out. Click on the link. You'll get the current issue, and you'll be signed up for future issues as well. So that's the Happy Business Express. You can find me in there. I'm always yabbing on about something. It's usually got something to do with cake. So that's it from me for today, and I'll see you in another amazing episode of Experts Eating Cake. Ooh, I'm just going to finish off my cake now.